Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here planning for the week of May 26th through June 1st. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. I'm just going to say sorry in advance if you can hear my neighbor's dogs. I need to film right now, but they're being very loud. Anyway, this week I'm using this kit from B&R Paper Crafts called Flamingo. This is a deluxe kit on matte vinyl. I'm using this kit because one, it feels kind of summery, and Monday is Memorial Day here in the US, which is kind of the de facto start of summer. So it feels like a good choice. That day is also my brother-in-law's birthday, and he enjoys flamingos. He obviously has other personality traits, but I feel like it's always a good kit theme for this week for that transition period as well. So I have full boxes on this page, bottom washi and date covers, glittery boxes, not glittery boxes, functional stuff, 4 more full boxes, as well as a bunch of icons, some more functional stuff, 4 more full boxes, and glitter headers. So my plan for this week is to use these 3 glitter headers, the 3 kind of turquoise, or the 3 salmon-y colors, and I'm going to skip the silver one specifically. I'm also going to put down the date covers and the date dots for usage, and then lastly I'm going to put down the bottom washi, which is also on this page. So I'm going to do that stuff first with my Beauty 360 tweezers. I've had these from CVS for like 10 years. Anyway, I'm going to do all of that stuff, and then I will be back so that we can talk through the interesting bits. All right, here is where we are at so far. I think it's looking pretty cute. I'm gonna pull out the full boxes I have. I have these 4, and then these 9, and then I have these 4. And then I think that covers everything. Okay. So this one looks like a not real flamingo, and it really bothers me. So I'm gonna not use that box, I think. And then I was seeing if there was any that matched the bottom washi, but I don't think so. So my plan, I think, is to lean into the orange pretty well. So I think these 2 can go opposite each other. These 2 can go opposite each other. Maybe these 2. And then maybe we'll use these 2 as the like accent ones. Okay, so let's try that. Stick this one in as the quote box. That is not straight. The nice part about the vinyl is that it does, if I pick it up pretty quickly, it does usually work out okay. All right, and then I'm going to stick this. In case it wasn't clear, I am sticking all of the full boxes through the middle for this spread. I've done scattering recently a couple of times with the B&R Paper Crafts, and so I just wanted to kind of mix things up a little bit. Just make it a little different. Let's see. I think I'm going to stick this one right here. As much as possible, I would like them to kind of face into the spread. So I'm going to try to keep that up as much as possible as well. Okay, I think that covers everything I need on that page. Maybe I'll do this one next. See if we can get all of these lined up. Okay. It's always tricky for whatever reason for me to feel like I can get them lined up perfectly. There is usually like a little extra space because of how the headers fit. It might be like a US versus UK sizing difference. I'm not sure. Although this is also being our paper crafts kit, so I'm not sure. Anyway, whatever. We've got the full boxes going. It's looking pretty good. Where did I lose the page that I need? Oh, here we go. I think that gets me on this page, and maybe this one. Okay. Starting out with the this week, I'm going to do that first. I'm going to leave just like a little gap there. I think that looks nice. And then habit trackers. Do I want both or do I want only one? I think I only want one, to be honest. All right, I'm going to stick that in, and then I'm going to use the little Instagram icon. This is going to be for socials. It's more than just Instagram, also on Blue Sky. But I feel like it's easier to just put the little Instagram in. I don't think I'm going to use a second one, so I think I'm just going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to pull this meals header. I'm trying to keep the gaps reasonably even. It's not going to be perfect, but it is what it is, you know? Stick this guy down. There we go. And then I do still have a decent amount of space left. I could put in a currently reading for whatever I think is like the best read of the week, maybe. That would still leave me a little space, but that might work if I use this little remember header. Like so. And then I'm going to put in the currently reading. There we go. And then that does leave me this little space left down here. I'm going to just pull out the boxes page, and I think I can fit this size box. So maybe I'll use this color. Keep like really salmon-y colors over here. All right, that actually looks pretty cute. Okay, for Monday, I have a couple things to remember. So first off, I'm going to use the little sun icon, I think, and I'm just going to mark Memorial Day that way. And then maybe I want to do it as like a little thing. Sure, let's do a little thing up next. Like so. I marked my brother-in-law's birthday. There we go. And then the thing at the end of the day, I don't know why there's no airplane in these icons. That always has confused me. I'm going to use a square because travel always seems to take up an outsized amount of time / energy. But I'm going to stick in this square, and then I'm going to use a little nighttime because I think our flight is reasonably late in the day for getting home. So that covers Monday. Then I think I'm going to use these guys for work for the week. I think that'll be kind of fun. So maybe I'll use this one next. That does leave only this small box on here, so I might move it to another page so that I can finish off the sheet. We'll get back to this in a minute. I think I want to use, maybe I'll use these little strips like this. That could be cute for my videos. So going up first is my plan with me, and then at the end of the week, it's going to be my reading journal setup. So I think what I'm gonna do, I guess we'll put this color in here. And I think I'm gonna use a little reel for my plan with me. I don't have anything planned on Wednesday. Moving to the end of the week, I'm gonna use the last two of these guys. That header is not perfectly straight, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to fix it, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. There we go. I feel like these are spaced a little further from the header than the other side. Yeah, I feel like it would be nice to put them just a little bit higher if I can get them to lift up again. Not sure why they're being so grumpy, but it's fine. There we go. I am going to take this little guy and just move it to this full box page so that I can have an empty sheet. I think that's just easier for when I put it back in my storage. And then I am going to use, I think, this guy right here. And then the little planner for my book Bujo. And then the weekend, I have no idea what's going on. We're just gonna have to wait and see, I think. So I think this is it for the pre-planning. So stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here's the finished spread. I think it's looking pretty cute. Unsurprisingly, with these deluxe kits, I do have a lot left over. I have a couple full boxes and icons, little boxes, more functional things, even more boxes. This is the glitter version, some glitter headers, 3 more full boxes, more functionals. And then finally, 4 full boxes, and then this little piece here that's the same size as the bottom washi. And then I have this page that's now blank, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then the rest of this is gonna go into my leftovers for me to use in some future year. But yeah, I think the week turned out really cute. I love all the different colors of like salmon-ish shades and that bit of gray kind of mixed in. The week was really busy, but got ready for June and am now in the Amazing Readathon for June, along with a bunch of other things. So as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to say, leave me a flamingo emoji just to let me know that you were here. I would love to hear from you. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. I show in progress and finished spreads. I tag the shops on Instagram, include them as part of my alt text on Blue Sky, as well as show you bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.